Joining me in the studio to speak further on drug menace is our correspondent, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim. Salwa, you are welcome to Nationwide.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure, Nolin.
Very well. Now, you have been in the field covering NDLEA. What is your assessment in the fight against drug abuse?
Okay, to begin with, the fight against drug abuse is a huge tax, a huge burden, not just on NDLEA like we always hear, the world over, and Nigeria is not taking it lightly. We used to know that Nigeria used to be like a transit nation for drug traffickers, where they push in drugs and take it out, from Nigeria to other sub-Saharan Africa. However, over the years, we've seen a lot of interdiction, a lot of effort by NDLEA to curb this trend. However, despite that, these drug traffickers, devise several means now. We see their ingenious means how they push these substances. You see factory-fitted items, carrying drugs, all sorts of things. So, and now the NDLEA is looking to devise other means in tackling this menace. And over the years, we've seen how technology, can be adopted to tackle this, emerging threat of drug abuse. And the NDLEA is not taking that lightly. Now, today is World Drug Day, and during the event earlier in the day, federal government reiterated its commitment, to devising the use of technology to tackle this menace, not forgetting, the advocacy, going on. And then also there is a call for increased funding for the NDLEA because, of course, we cannot deny what the NDLEA has been doing over the years, Nolin.
All right, Salwa, apart from deploying technology and, of course, taking care of the welfare of the NDLEA staff, what do you think, in your opinion, should be done differently to combat drug abuse going forward in Nigeria?
Okay, I can't agree less, with this new strategy that is being adopted by federal government. That is the use of technology, considering the evolving, threat of these of activities. We saw earlier this week how people go inside the bush, to deal in to carry out these heinous activities. And so technology, we saw how drone was used effectively, to trace this group of people who are causing harm to our society. But we strongly believe that advocacy is very important in terms of enlightenment, awareness, and community, of course, can play a huge role, the family setting, because usually it starts from a very young age and it starts from the community. So now, beyond the use of technology, there is a need for increased advocacy, which of course is ongoing in marketplaces, in schools, so that people are enlightened about the menace of this trafficking, because it tells a lot, not just on us as humans, the society is eroded. It tells a lot on our economy, and of course NDLEA is taking nothing to chance, considering it is a big industry and NDLEA cannot do it alone. It requires a holistic approach to tackle these issues.
Thank you very much, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, for your insights on Nationwide as regards drug abuse.
It's a pleasure, Nalin.